So my wife's just called me to say that my new tyres have arrived. And here they are, one full set of Zeta Impero tyres in 235/60/18. Hi guys, welcome to another Ross Perry Productions video. In this video I'm very excited because my Zeta Impero tyres have arrived and we're going to be taking a closer look at the tyres, looking at the quality, looking at the tread pattern before we go ahead and fit the tyres to the car. Let's take a closer look around the tyre and we'll start with the sidewall. So it does say Zeta in bold and then engineered in Europe underneath, framed by two checkered flag style details which are pretty cool, and that is replicated twice on each tyre. Moving around we can then go on and see the tyre size, which in this instance is 235/60 on an R18. And that is replicated in two locations on each side as well. Now you notice on this side it actually gives our load rating, which is 107, and our speed rating, which is V. And these tyres are available in a multitude of sizes, which you can find on the Zeta website. So other information you may find on here as well is that the safety information, just a warning about over and under inflation, and also the load rating and the pressures on the tyre. So these are an extra load tyre, and that's because they're a tyre designed for SUVs like what I have. And it says there that the maximum load is 975 kilograms, which is 2,149 pounds. And then the maximum pressure is 340 kPa, which is 50 psi. The other thing to mention about these tyres is they are a radial tubeless tyre, and it has an inside and an outside on the tyre. So by inside, this one would actually go towards the suspension, and then on the other side it should say outside, which would go towards the outside of the car. Now let's just look inside the tyre. So you can see these ribs here for added stability on the corners. So they obviously give you a bit of strength and durability on the corners when cornering. And you can see there's a nice thick rim here because they are a tubeless tyre, and that rim has to get a really good seal and be very strong towards our wheel. And next for the tread pattern that you'll find on the tyres, you'll see that there's 4 longitudinal deep grooves which redirect the water in wet conditions and on the wet roads. And just to point out the legal limit wear markers that are found in those deep grooves as well. Now for the tread found on the side of the tyres, you'll actually notice there's a change in direction on the grooves, and also the size of the grooves is slightly smaller, and that is so that we can still redirect the water and push it away from the tyre whilst still providing excellent grip when cornering. So my first impression of the Zeta Impero tyre is really good, especially with that tread pattern. I think they're going to be really good in wet conditions, whilst also being able to give you stability and durability in the dry conditions as well. Now another thing that's worth mentioning is they're actually quite a light tyre, which would indicate that they've used a better quality compound than on some of the cheaper tyres where they're actually really heavy tyre. Now the other thing that is in the specification, that these have a really good wear and puncture resistance. Obviously we can't put that to test just yet, but looking at the build of the tyres and the quality of the materials, I'd believe that statement's also true. Now for our next video we're going to be putting the tyres onto my Discovery Sport, and that's when we can start to do some road tests on the tyres as well. So make sure you stay tuned on the channel. If you do have any questions, just leave them in the comment section below, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel.